you can still come back in with some of these places. If you want to take a little idea from this, then you can come in here and you can find out where those main divisions are. Lightly come in here, creating some of that extra graphite, some of the spacing. And you can lighten it up if you have to, both with your eraser pad and or tapping back a little bit. But some of this is going to look lighter when I come in and I am strengthening up some of these places. You never know the actual value of something until it is next to something you can contrast with. So sitting all by itself, pretty difficult to see. But as I get all of these little places now, a little safer, because I can see the kind of value I want, and I don't want to, do away from the texture here, but I might have to be a little more general about, this is all coming out in spokes of the wheel. There's a central place in here, and it all radiates out from that, and so I can enhance that as I go, and maybe I could do a little bit more than I am doing right now, but anyway, where is it going to be darker? Where there's less light, up at the top of these places. Creating something that's going to suffice as a clean edge, leaving the forehead, the hair on the horse's head become the actual hide, become the value back behind. Plus it's being shaded by the mane. Okay. So that gives me a little bit more to put in here. And my texture is holding. That's what you want to make sure you're doing. You're not just brushing it until it just loses all of its texture. A little bit more of a value here. Now I don't want to get too carried away and be too influenced by this darker print, but it gives me an idea, and I can tap back if I need to. Okay. So then I can strengthen up some of these other places, because now it won't be so isolated. It's complemented by the value I'm bringing in other places. And if I'm bringing this up in value, I want to make sure that I keep this as the darker value. So as usual, as I'm strengthening up here and I start getting neutral and even with this, I want to make sure I strengthen that up. Always going back in. I can't decide how dark that's going to be till I have something to compare it to. And it's a pretty dark part of the horse, that eye. But still, this is just a procedure. I don't want to go any more than I need to contrast with the darker fur. So I'm using the darker fur as I'm bringing that up in value to know that now I need to contrast this with that. Hi, I hope you enjoyed this video, this excerpt. And if you did, please take the opportunity to subscribe. Then that way you'll know when there's new ones, and I always hope that they're going to be useful for you and give you some good information. And if you want to share it with your friends, I'd appreciate that too. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.